So you have seen some LPs of it.
I wanted to,
Freedom.
but
Oh, another Night
Fusion of
Springs episode.
vigilance,
Oh, okay.
conscience, and uncompromising clarity of vision. A need so fundamental, it permeates our very being. And yet, a man may be brought to his knees in a single heartbeat. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, Taken in His Prime. For young Manny, the night hasn't been kind. He's a marked man, selected for a lifetime of servitude after answering an ad in the newspaper. But first, a little field surgery is required.
Well, look what I found.
Ah, please, no!
Yeah, I think you're just about ready for it.
Best if you don't resist this, kid. We gotta beat it out of you.
What? I don't understand. What did I do? I just wanted to get a job in the service industry.
Wow, you're gonna serve all right.
No! Ah, please! Ah!
There it is. It's coming out now. Right between the self-esteem and the childhood traumas.
What are you doing to me?
It's Furman. There, I got it. Believe me, kid, this free will thing is more trouble than it's worth.
What was that?
Oh, nothing for you to worry about, Manny.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
We'll tell you all about that. Don't you worry.
Another vacant worker ant, birthed in fury and violence for the pleasure and convenience of ruthless and malicious men. Stranger things can happen in Night Springs.
so I don't really get that episode.
Me neither. I have problems interpreting or getting some sense out of it regarding the whole story.
Yeah.
The message was from Barry. He was getting worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Yeah, that's the manuscript page you read, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I have to say, I kind of look forward to playing this second half of the episode in a few minutes.
Live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's a change of method, you know,
Yeah.
change of mode.
Yeah, and I think it has a different feel to it.
Exactly.
Live recording. Oh,
Oh yeah,
chipmunk.
yeah. I was getting back to Breaker before I even got the key, so I had to get back again to get the key. She's taking a lot of time on the, you know, circuit breaker thing, whatever. What's
Yeah,
it
I
called?
could do a women joke now, but
Okay,
I
Sean,
won't.
I got the keys.
I don't think there's a kitchen in this building.
Really? So that's why she's fooling around with technical
Barry?
stuff.
Why isn't he inside?
Oh god! Oh god!
Every time I see him, I just love his style.
Yeah,
It's like so great.
yeah.
Look out!
Next winter, I'm gonna dress like that.
Barry!
He made it inside, Wake. He's okay. The storefront's blocked. Come on, Wake. Let's go around. We can meet him in the back.
I have to say, I'm not
It's like a
sure.
Statue?
Yeah.
So the Bright Falls Mining Company.
Yeah, It started in 1878 and it stopped and got shut down in like 1970s because of the volcanic eruption.
We probably talked about this in an earlier
A
episode
little bit, yeah.
about the Stephen King thing with desperation.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think we did.
The tuck thing.
Yeah,
Tuck.
yeah. In the mine
Eyes
shaft.
like holes, or what is his sentence in this book?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it could be that they had like a mining company and they dug something up which they might have not dug up.
Yeah.
That they shouldn't have.
Yeah. You're probably right. We didn't talk about this so specifically, and I think you're right. This could be an interpretation to the whole mining thing. I think so. Desperation was the last King book I read. Actually,
Really?
yeah.
I really like it.
We can make
Yeah,
it
me
through the
too.
bookstore.
Is
Wheeler
it
should be
a
waiting
Richard
for us.
Bachman?
Keep the hell
No,
down,
I don't
or
think
I'll
so.
call
No.
the sheriff.
Or maybe at first
Oh
it was.
no, it isn't, because
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All this shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back
because
to bed. He's got a point,
I
Wade.
think this was
This town can't take this.
how
It's
people
needed.
found out
The sooner I
that
get out of here, the sooner
Richard
you
Bachman
can
is
all get
actually
back to
Stephen
life as
King,
usual.
because he
I
wrote
hope
The
you're right.
Regulators,
Come on.
Yeah.
Let me get this door
and The
open.
Regulators have
Wait,
the same
you got the
character
keys to the
names
bookstore?
as
Perks of
the
being
characters in
sheriff.
Desperation.
A girl
Okay, I
needs
didn't
to
know
get
that.
around.
Yeah, and there's a reference in the beginning of Regulators with Tuck. They drive by Desperation, Colorado,
Okay, yeah.
or Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a sign you have to read to get all the signs in the game, and I think it's kind of hard to see and to find.
They're
So,
really taking
keep an eye out.
advantage of your presence.
And what we
here,
were
Wade.
talking about earlier, I
heard
just
they're
want to say
selling
this
a lot of your Alex
shortly.
Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing.
After finishing this, I probably uploaded it to this channel
Cynthia
without any
never worked
commentary.
hard.
Yeah.
Following
As a
her
100%
obsessive rituals,
run
sometimes
guide.
fighting them,
Yeah.
always giving into them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls.
Yeah, I
with
think
every
that's a
power
good
play.
idea. I mean, I'm glad
She wrought her
you're
caches
doing
with
this.
light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
Well, I mean, you're doing this kind of for me too, because
don't
I
see
never got
Barry.
to play this game.
Yeah.
Look, Wake. Maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
Well, have you seen one of these things live? When I was in the
I
military,
think so, yeah.
it's so awesome. You have like, it's like really dark, and then you shoot up this light thing,
Yeah.
and everything is so bright.
Yeah, actually my father had one of these.
Hmm.
And we used it on New Year's Eve sometimes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I really like them.
Yeah, it's great. I don't know if I got to shoot it once. Memory's kind of hazy, but I know that I've seen him shoot it.
Yeah, my memory was like, because in the military, if one of those things shoots up and you have different color codes. If it's like white, red, and white, it means there's like a biogas attack.
Okay.
So I was walking around in the dark with my rifle and a gas mask and like a full rubber suit.
Oh my god.
So my memory isn't that good, but I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Deerfest Candle Night.
Yeah, and the knitting club meetings. I want to take part of at this and this one.
Did you do have knitting? Did you have to do knitting in elementary school?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, me too.
I forgot everything about it.
Yeah, me too.
I think I did a mixture of a worm and a cat in school.
Really?
I knitted.
Barry got back
Oh,
to his feet
worm cat?
inside the Bright Falls General Store
Cat
and
worm?
dusted himself off. Right next to the cans of baked beans was a locked case filled with flare guns, and yet here was a conveniently placed barrel of crowbars. Barry's smile widened as he realized that this was the classic movie scene where the hero had to gear up and arm himself to the teeth. Barry threw himself into the role.
There's actually, I read this news article a couple of days back. There's this Polish town which is famous for their knitting.
Oh.
And because Poland is very Catholic, there was like a fuss about how this town made money because they were knitting like erotic underwear. and selling it.
I'm gonna give Pastor
Online.
Howard a piece of my mind
Oh,
about this lock.
I think I've seen
I
this
told him to
one
get
a
it
few years
fixed.
ago on TV.
You did, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. And I don't think it was too sexy what they did.
No, it didn't look sexy.
No, right?
I don't think that's actually very comfortable either.
Yeah. Oh, good shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hunting rifle is my favorite weapon.
Yeah, it seems to pack a lot of punch.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you don't get to use it too much.
Because there isn't much ammo around, or?
Yeah, you don't find them too often, and there's not a lot of ammo every time you play. These guys are really annoying in Nightmare.
They're fast.
They're fast. They take ages to weaken down with the flashlight.
Looks a little bit like Dark Moon Fair in World of Warcraft.
Dark Moon Fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Dark Moon, right?
I think so. I remember being there, but it's so... my memory is so clouded. It's been such a long time since I played this.
They actually revamped it, so now you can go there and play a lot of like mini games.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
It did suck in the beginning, I
Yeah,
think.
it did suck. But I made a lot of money off that, a lot of gold off the
Okay,
cards.
it's open. Let's go, Wake.
Like a couple of 10,000s.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
We keep them lit all night long on the night before Deerfest.
Why?
Good old
Well,
World of Warcraft
it's
times.
tradition.
Yeah. I really have a positive memory about it too.
Yeah, that's what
For it
sucks
to be
about this
free,
game.
The Dark
Yeah.
Presence needed the writer to finish the story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
I was basically playing for, I don't know, 2
We're
years
almost there. We'll have to go through the basement to
with
get to
some
the parking
real life
lot.
friends, and
Yeah, there's
one
way
after
going through the
another
crypt will
stopped
turn out to be
playing.
a bad idea.
But still, at least one of them kept playing with me for a really long time. And we had these great moments online, talking to each other.
Yeah, you had two rogues, right? And
Yeah, we had 2 rogues, and yeah, we were fooling around in the opposing faction cities and stuff like this. And we did 2-on-2 arena, and I really remember the final seconds of some of the arena matches, like I did them an hour ago, which is
Really?
crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Because we won so close, and after we won, because of a stupid accident one of us did or something like
Yeah.
that, we were laughing for half an hour. Stuff like that. Stuff like this. That was happening in this game, you know, and that's why I liked it so much.
yeah, I think it's one of those games where you you actually make your own fun memories, or you can. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like linear or anything. You can just do whatever you want. You can go out and you can have a lot of fun. Or you can do what I did in the last year I played. It's just raiding like every week.
Yeah.
Same thing over and over again.
Which can be fun too if you do it with real life friends and
Yeah, it can be fun, but if you do it for like the 30th time,
Guess that one saw the light, huh?
Barry's the
You
king
like
of
that one?
one-liners.
Tough audience. Well, I
oh,
got
look at
plenty
that
more.
Christmas
What?
decoration.
Christmas
Yeah.
lights for?
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on.
Barry's like a light superhero.
Yeah, but going back to what you said, I still remember stuff from 2005 in World of Warcraft. Like great moments,
Yeah.
like open PvP moments where I'm just like questing and I get attacked by these two guys and they kill me instantly.
Yeah.
But I revive and I chase them down and I get them both.
I remember moments like these too.
Moments like these are just like unforgettable.
Yeah.
It's just great.
When I played the game, I said more than once, this is the only game you will ever need.
It is. It is, yeah.
Still, I'm happy to have quit.
Look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye
Yeah.
of Mordor.
It's kind of when you
wish I didn't say that.
when you remember like
Hey,
old
I wanna
relationships
headlamp.
you had,
Last one.
and
Yeah.
after a while you only remember the positive things,
That's right, yeah.
but all the negative things are kind of
Alice had screamed until she
Yeah.
had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
No, I actually had a lot of fun playing Guild Wars with you.
Guild Wars 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are some things that I was missing in that game.
Someone throws a damn school bus at you.
It's, I mean, it's so different.
Yeah, it is different.
In so many regards, it's so different.
Yeah. But you know, I always love the trading or economic system in these kind of games.
Yeah.
And in Guild Wars, it just seemed at the beginning it was like really chaotic,
Yeah.
and that's what I like. You know, you have like a chaotic market, which you can participate, and you can find loopholes, or you can find like trade possibilities.
Like in the beginning of every new add-on in every big MMO or something.
Yeah, but it was like that in Ultima Online, like all the time. It was like that in Star Wars Galaxies.
Okay.
And in World of Warcraft. I mean, you could always make money all the time.
Yeah, you're
if
right.
you put enough effort in it.
But it never was so... in the end, when I played WoW, it wasn't as nearly as chaotic as the beginning of Guild Wars 2.
No, but what I meant by chaotic is that in Guild Wars 2, I remember you had this in the beginning, that you could do a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then the company, what was it called again?
The helicopter's just up
You mean
ahead.
ArenaNet?
Yeah,
or-
ArenaNet started regulating a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the payment system they had in the background. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that was
I think that's the main reason, yeah.
that was a big turnoff for me.
Because you could buy these gems, and with the gems you could get in-game currency, and everything had to, you know, regulate itself after the real world gem prices and the gem to in-game currency
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, and you could trade in-game currency for gems.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I did. I mean, if you remember in the beginning, I made like a couple of gold, I don't know, 15 or 16.
Yeah.
And I bought all the stuff, like the extra bank and pocket backspace. I bought them with
Yeah.
like gems I got with gold.
Okay, yeah.
But like after they patched so much, it wasn't possible anymore to make that kind of money.
Yeah. I
we're
forgot to
drift-
chipmunk this, but we can just talk over it
I was
because
just gonna say we're drifting off into like.
no, it's a good thing right now. Because I'm just using up batteries to get the achievement, the 100 batteries achievement, which I actually again didn't have to do at this point because I used many more later on. But what the hell? This is the second, you know, big fight like the one on the stage.
You will never get her back.
Well, get ready. I'll hold them off.
So it's just like multiple enemies coming at you.
Yeah. You have so much ammunition, so much indirect means to kill them. It's really nice.
Did you hear about that guy a couple of weeks ago in the US who started a fire and then like barricaded himself with a lot of guns and waited for the firemen to come and shot them?
No, actually I didn't.
Because I was sawing the fire trucks. That's probably like one of the most horrible things I've ever heard.
Yeah, it sounds really horrible. Yeah, it's strange. These things keep happening, right? In the last couple of years. It's not a good sign.
Nope.
But I would say we are safe to say that video games play no role in this.
Yeah. I was when I was sick like the last week, my dad came for a visit just to bring me some money. You know, I get money from my dad like every month for living.
Yeah.
And so I'm using this big TV as a computer monitor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was looking at it and he started ranting about how kids or youth mind is polluted by more and more electronics and
you mean in a,
internet in a serious way.
You mean in a literal like electronic emissions?
No,
esoterics way?
No, and that everybody gets socially isolated and pollute their mind with brutal and gory games.
Okay, I see. Yeah,
and that really pissed me off. Because he read some statistics. I hate that kind of conversation.
Yeah, but now I'm interested in the statistics.
Oh, he read some statistic about about how Korean teenagers spend 7.5 hours with like entertainment electronics a day.
Okay, yeah.
And I told him like, okay, in 10 years ago it was television.
Yeah.
And you know, and like 30 years ago your parents were complaining about you listening to rock and roll records every day.
Yeah.
And how it polluted your mind.
Yeah.
And like in old Roman times, it was probably about the parents complaining about the children reading that one poet who was polluting their minds with his leisure activities. I don't know what his name was. There's this famous poet who was known for talking about sex and drugs.
Okay, yeah.
Alcohol.
I think probably the parents have lived that part of life for their children in ancient Roman times.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I think
you're right.
I was pissed off at my dad for bringing this up because he.
City's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators, and Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kind of like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
We're coming up on the power plant. See the lit building over there? And that's the dam further up the river.
Critique on Stephen King from his early days, using too many metaphors.
I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there,
like
Sheriff.
maybe
That's interesting.
Could be another reference. And I actually never noticed that. But then I was reading like an earlier Stephen King book, and he did use a lot of weird metaphors.
Okay.
which didn't really fit.
I think we're getting to the end of my recorded stuff.
Oh, live playing.
Yeah, so live
Coming
playing is
up.
coming up in a few seconds.
Awesome.
We will get back on all the topics.
But my
Maybe.
dad, no, we don't have to talk about my dad anymore.
Yeah.
I just hate people like, is that called hypocrisy? People like,
Yeah, it is.
People being tolerant all the time, or pretending to be tolerant.
Yeah.
And then when there's something that fits their philosophy, which is totally intolerant, they use it.
Yeah.
Or they believe in it. I don't really like that.
There's nothing to like. It's a big problem, I think,
Yeah.
in modern minds. Anyways,
Yeah, so
there's that, and we will be back in a few seconds,
Yeah,
setting up all the stuff and having live action.
yeah. See you.
See you.